Well, this is a chip pan for the chip tray. Anyway, the little Grizzly comes with a chip tray below that's bolted to it, and when you're cutting or doing anything, this stuff piles up on the bottom, and it's a greasy, oily mess, especially if you use any oils or lubricants. I've taken to putting a piece of paper towel on the back that collects some of the spill in the oil, but it actually does make it up onto the wall. And the biggest hassle was cleaning out the stuff underneath the ways and having to pull it out and then maybe vacuum it and never getting it clean. But the biggest thing is if you've got something you're working on and you drop it, it of course goes underneath in the pile of whatever, and you have to dig around and retrieve it. So anyway, this is simply a little metal pan that I made that fits underneath. It was cut out of an old piece of metal. It was some kind of a communications cabinet. It wasn't really flimsy metal, but it wasn't plate steel. And I was able to take the back parts that were already flanged and bent and simply used a brake to make the front handle and some angle iron and some clamps to make the sides. And the back end where it slips underneath the back of the frame has to be cut a little bit lower. And each of these is different, so you'd have to make up your own, but it simply fits in there. And then if I want to clean it out, I simply pull it out and then dump it. And if I drop something back in there, I can simply pull the tray out and retrieve it and don't have to fiddle around with the mess. What I have been doing is just putting some paper towels down to here so it soaks up most of the oil. And this little pan allows you to simply throw the cutoffs and the swirls and the metal chips right into the garbage without having to deal with it. Anyway, so that's a chip pan for the chip tray.